Hello and welcome to Make It Rain, the Rain Esports Smash Bros talk show. I am your host for this episode, GP, and I am joined today by the hype magnet Professor Pro.
Hello, guys.
Now, I know last episode we said we would be joined by a member of the project game development team, but we've delayed that for this week so that we can talk about the Nintendo Direct broadcast from Tuesday, as well as the massive amount of tournaments that happened last week, as well as the national tournament coming up later on this week. Now, I assume anyone watching this has already watched the Nintendo Direct from this past week. Now, Prof, I'd like to hear your general thoughts on what happened there.
they kind of there was something I kind of liked that they did, which I kind of predicted or what I wanted them to do, but they haven't done it yet. Basically, the thing that interested me, which I think a lot of people bypassed, was the custom move set. Cause like, remember when I was one of the other episodes I was talking about if they were to introduce melee air dodge and brawl air dodge, it would create like different meta games for different characters. But then they said that they're introducing custom move sets for different characters. So like there might be different like meta games for like and people weren't really talking about that. And I was thinking, yeah, that actually might be like something really interesting. So
Mm.
I'm looking forward to seeing that and seeing if anything gets banned because it ends up being OP and all of this stuff. Like, and it might be like certain move sets like counter pick certain characters, and like it might just like create a whole different meta game that wasn't in any other Smash before. So I think that might be interesting. So
Well, see, that's annoying because you just made the exact points I was going to make when it comes to the custom moveset. I do see what you mean with it. I think you'll have like when it comes to looking at each matchup, people will say this type of customization works best against this character.
yeah,
And things like that. Because of course the ones we saw as an example were mainly for Mario's fireball. One which was a big, slow moving, very
yeah,
short range fireball, and one which just literally was like a which fired like a dart. Now,
yeah.
I think it's going to work almost like how assists in Marvel vs. Capcom work, where you pick the character and then you pick what you change for the character for that particular game, and you can switch it.
Yeah.
Do you think that perhaps we're going to get to a point where if there are so many, and I'm assuming this is just assumptions, but I assume it's going to be a case where you have to unlock them, like by playing through the game.
It might, yeah, it might be. It might be certain something like that. But then that would just become tournament standard to have every custom thing unlocked. But
Yeah,
yeah, like I just want to see where that goes. I know there's gonna be loads of lame stuff that's gonna lame
yeah,
stuff that people are gonna figure out and like. So yeah, that's a big part of the game that I think is gonna change a lot of the meta game. And every time I watch the cinematics thing, it always seems like characters get comboed more than they do. Like there's more hit stun than in brawls. Like that's leaning towards a more of a competitive side, I guess. So
yeah.
it's
It
really
looks good. I mean, they specifically said it during the Little Mac trailer that his up B attack is good for comboing it from other moves, but
yeah,
we will have to see when that comes along. But speaking of the custom move sets, they mentioned that you can't use custom move sets when you're playing online, which leads
yeah.
me to another point about the Direct, which
Say
was
that again.
they said that you couldn't use custom move sets online.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah, which leads me to another point, being the online mode, and they addressed how bad it was in Brawl.
They
And
didn't really address. They kind of addressed it, but they didn't address. They didn't address it. Like online was actually atrocious on board. I played it once, and then people were teleporting. It was actually slowing down, and I was just like, how do people play this? Like this is atrocious. Like
I
so.
had to deal with that. It took me 6 months to find the offline community and convince my mum to drive me to something.
Mm.
I had 6 months where Wi-Fi was all I had, but it's awful. But they've at least addressed a small issue about how you had to actively go online to find good players to play against in competitive
Yeah,
matches. But they've addressed that with this full glory mode,
yeah.
uh, which is very which is very akin to the whole Fox only Final
Yeah,
Destination.
that is a bit, yeah, I was thinking. It's funny. Armada said on some Facebook post, he was like, he said, Muta King, how much did you pay them to do FD only? Like, it's just kind of funny, like, cause, but I guess yeah, it's interesting. I like the fact that they made like they did other stages, made them FD like because I thought it was just gonna be FD like only, but they made all the other stages FD like. And the funny thing is like, I think that's gonna bring out. I think that's gonna like, in a way, bring out a lot of the what are them guys called? Them guys that stay at home and
Wi-Fi warriors.
yeah, Wi-Fi, yeah, because now it's actually got a ranking system, and people are gonna be so there's gonna be so many Wi-Fi warriors saying, "Oh, but my code is what's the point? Is it the ranking system? Is like what's it
It's a
called again?"
global smash.
Yeah, yeah, they're gonna be like, "Oh, what's your go? Oh, my friend's global smash power is blah 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 and stuff all of this stuff," and then they're just gonna get destroyed when they come to tournaments anyway. But yeah,
The global smash power, from what I gathered, it works from single player modes.
does it?
It seems to take the high scores from things like the home run contest and all-star mode and take that into account when it comes to it. So online competitive ability isn't really going to be taken into account, I don't think.
I thought the ranking was kind of based around how you do online. So is there a ranking system for the Full Glory one?
I don't believe so. You see,
Oh,
what Sakurai said he basically said that it kind of disheartens people when they see that they're like I don't know 200,000th in the world.
yeah, yeah. I get what you mean. I get what you mean.
So he's kind of done away with that, which I don't mind. But it'll be. I mean, either way, it's nice to see that he's at least like slightly looking at the competitive scene and says, "Okay, we'll give you what you want, just a little bit."
Yeah, a tiny bit, a tiny bit.
Now, if we're going to talk about the main part of the Nintendo Direct, which everyone really cares about, was the characters.
Yeah.
A grand total of 5 characters revealed, one of which was a brand new character,
Hmm.
and 4 were returning characters. What did you think of these reveals?
Yeah, no, I think some of them, I think they were kind of expected. Like, I knew Zero Suit Samus wasn't gonna. As soon as Samus was in, I was like, Zero Suit Samus is coming back. It's
When
so
I
obvious.
saw Zero Suit Samus and I said, "Oh, sadly, she isn't returning for this."
I didn't believe it. I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it. Yeah, okay.
I,
I was waiting for it.
I believed it, and then I got trolled so
Yeah,
hard.
I knew. I was like, that's a lie. Like, that character has too much fame, like, around it, like, now, for them to not bring her back. It's so obvious, but to me, anyway. But the other character, I'm kind of, I'm kind of shocked that I think Jigglypuff not come back, and it's like he's actually been in every single Smash. Like, so
Yeah.
if she doesn't come back, then she's gonna be one of the original characters that hasn't come back, like the only original character that hasn't. But she hasn't been revealed yet. But if she doesn't, then she's going to be actually the only one that hasn't come back yet. No, has Luigi been confirmed?
Luigi's been confirmed. The ones that haven't been confirmed yet are Captain Falcon, Ness, and Jigglypuff.
Captain Falcon's come back. Everyone.
Well, yeah, they've spoiled that one because they showed Samurai Goro as an assist trophy. So
Yeah,
Captain Falcon's coming back.
yeah.
And as for Ness, I'm not sure. We haven't seen any hints of Ness.
Isn't Lucas back?
No.
Okay, now Ness has come back. It's just them. Some characters I just think that are obvious. Like they're just like the foundation of the game. It's weird.
Yes, I don't know. Personally, the way I see it, they haven't been relevant in forever. I mean,
Yeah,
because someone like Captain Falcon, everyone loves Captain Falcon when they play Smash. Like
yeah,
everyone. So we know he's coming back.
yeah.
But Jigglypuff and Ness haven't really been meant much. I mean,
Yeah, I guess you could say it. But if they don't bring him back, then that will be the first time that they've not brought back a character that's been in the original 10. Was it 10 or 8 in Smash 64?
12.
I think
12.
was it 12 in Smash
Yeah.
64? Oh, cool. Yeah, then it'll be the first time they haven't brought back a character, from the originals. But
Yeah,
we'll see, we'll see.
I mean, we will see. I mean, of course, I don't think he wants to reveal many unlockable characters, but
Mm.
we'll see how it goes. Now, of course, as you said, I mean, Zero Suit Samus was obvious. I'm fairly sure Yoshi was an obvious one to come back,
Yeah, yeah,
and you had a Charizard, which
yeah.
to be
Which
quite honest,
I didn't expect like Charizard to come by himself. Like it seems like there might not be no Squirtle or Ivy. So
no. See, Charizard's like it's that Pokemon,
yeah,
like.
yeah. He stands on his own a bit more than Squirtle and Ivy. So
And then of course you had and I've forgotten the fourth returning character that they revealed, which is bad.
Was it Zelda? Sheik
Sheik,
Zelda?
Sheik. That
Yeah,
was
yeah,
it.
Sheik,
They
yeah,
got to
yeah.
reveal Zelda, but they
Yeah, oh
haven't.
yeah, she doesn't have it. She can't transform into Zelda anymore, and the down B
That's the worst
like
move.
grenade thingy or something.
Yeah, she's got a she has a new down B, which appears to be similar to that of Zero Suit Samus's one in Brawl, which is like a flip
Yeah.
kick. That's
So,
that's
which one was the grenades then? Was that neutral B or?
that would be side B. It's just that it's
Oh,
basically her chain, but with an explosion instead of no. And Zelda's got like that spiritual warrior thing as a down.
yeah, that was different. I didn't expect something like that. So
That's from Spirit Tracks, I believe. So,
yeah.
but it's interesting to see. And then of course we have the newcomer, which was completely out of left field because I've never
Yeah,
seen anything
no
like
one, no one
that.
ever expected that. That's what makes me think that Squirtle is definitely not coming back because I think that's a water Pokemon as well.
Yes, water type. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so I was like,
Grenin-
yeah, you're done, Squirtle. You're done. Like your role's been filled. Like you're not coming back.
yeah,
That's how I looked at that when I saw that.
yeah. Greninja, which was genuinely not something I expected to see. I mean, from what we've seen, it looks like he's kind of similar to Lucario and Mewtwo in the vein that he's got his Water Shuriken as his neutral B, which is kind of like the Aura Sphere or the Shadow Ball
Hmm.
in the way it works. However, it looks like he's going to be a very I don't know. It looks like he's going to be a very mobile
Yeah,
character.
he looks pretty fast. They made him out to be really fast in the trailer. If he ends up some slow Jigglypuff Pokemon, like that would just be dumb. Like he doesn't look like that type of Pokemon, so he has to be like agile and fast, and otherwise it just wouldn't make sense. I have no idea what he's like in the actual Pokemon because I don't follow it too.
Yeah. Well, in the actual Pokemon game, because of course he's one of the new ones, he's an extremely fast Pokemon and
Yeah,
also
so if
extremely
he
overused.
has to be fast then. It wouldn't make any sense to make him slow. So
Well, I don't know. Mewtwo's fast in the Pokemon games, and look what happened there.
wait, is he fast in the Pokemon games?
Yeah. Well, that's just
Yeah, I guess you.
all of his stats are overpowered though. So
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah, yeah, yeah. I guess you
besides
could say
the point.
yeah.
But of course, I mean, I'm just curious to hear what you think about all of the mechanics that they've mentioned, like with all of the different characters, because of course, I mean, Wii Fit Trainer has deep breathing as one of the moves, which appears to be almost identical to Lucas's neutral B in Project M.
Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't say that's a new mechanic. It seems more like just a charge up move, like rather than. It just seems like just
Well,
like
okay, not a new mechanic, but
yeah. It
differing.
seems more. It just yeah. It's interesting. I like. It's one of them things that I think that it actually will make the metagame a bit more interesting, like because that character looked a bit plainish. So
Yeah,
it's weird that she has a projectile because it doesn't seem like Wii Fit Trainer doesn't seem like a projectile character. She's just like throwing out some random projectile from her stomach, and but yeah, it'll be good to see what that character is about. Like she looks a bit floaty and lame. Man. I'm probably not gonna play a floaty lame character, but we'll see what that character ends up being like.
no, okay. I mean, I'm keeping my eye on Little Mac because
Everyone is.
I love Little Mac so much. I've always seen characters if I've had the option, and he's green as well, so that's my
That
character.
character is gonna get spammed so much. Everyone's gonna play that character at the beginning.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be the best. Um,
Wait, is Meta Knight confirmed?
no,
Ah, okay.
he's probably gonna be an unlockable.
Yeah.
Um, but like as I said, they've got Little Mac's got that one hit KO. Do you think that might
That
make
looks so
it a bit?
OP. That looks so OP. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. When I was looking at the meter, I looked at it, and he charged. He charged. Well, obviously it can change, but in the cinematic thing, it looked like he charged it from like 0 to 50. Like it only took him to get like 0 to 50 or 30 around that area, and then it was fully charged, and it's like a one hit KO. And I was just like, that looks so OP. Like I hope that's not as dumb as I think it's gonna be.
I can
But
only assume it's really slow.
yeah, it better be. Like I know they're not really on that balance stuff, but like they have to at least balance it, like
A
a
little bit.
tiny bit, and not make it stupid.
Yeah. However, I've noticed that they're actively trying to make people think that he's balanced. Like, they're actively saying that his recovery and air game is awful.
Yeah. I that was pretty good, I guess. Like, cause a lot of the recovery, it just seems like they make him look a bit like they're really good. Like this character's really good at recovering. But they actually purposely made him to seem like recovery is his weak point, but staying on the ground is his strong point, and not he's kind of bad in the air. So I was pretty happy that they went into a bit more depth. But
Yeah, it'd be just going to be interesting to see how it is. But the question to you is, with the current confirmed roster, who will you main? If you had to choose right now, like
uh,
you get entering a on the day tournament where like release day tournament, that's the one, and you have to pick someone.
probably Mega Man, like
Yeah,
Mega Man or Little Mac, I think.
yeah,
'Cause, yeah, I think Mega Man or Little Mac.
fair enough. I
I
mean,
know it's a bit stereotypical, but like I'm definitely not gonna play some character that's already been played, like an existing character that's already. It will be a new character that I will play. So
okay.
probably Mega Man or Lil Mac.
I
Like,
mean, Mega Man looks very keepaway at the moment. He doesn't look
yeah,
like much up close, but we'll see.
yeah,
I'd probably go with either Little Mac, as you said, or Charizard, because Charizard looks like he's got a lot of different moves this time around.
yeah. That is true. That is true. Actually, no. Someone I just realized I might play as villager and make people upset because that character
Ah,
just looks like he's just there to make people upset and annoy them. Like he just looks like a troll character. So I might pick up villager and just troll people and get them upset all day. So.
yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds like something you would do. Now, as for other things he's mentioned, of course, we've already talked about full glory mode in that
Yeah.
catering to the it's catering to the competitive scene in a sense. And however, it's Final Destination only esque, but it says that there are different characters. There are different, sorry, not different characters, different
Yeah.
stages with an F with a Final Destination mode. What do you
Yeah.
think about that?
Yeah. The only thing that I just it's good. I guess they can't like it's like basically people think that FD is like the most even stage, but it's not. Like it's really not. Like, so like I guess I would be happy if they did like FD Battlefield, but they're not gonna do that because that would mean that they would kind of be the only way they would come to that conclusion is by listening to the competitive scene, and they're not gonna listen to the competitive scene. So I just hope it doesn't make people too like, oh, FD is the most balanced stage, FD. Like I hope it doesn't make people too much like that, and they still like play other stages, but. It's alright. It's alright. Like, but I would be
It's a good
happy.
start.
Say that again.
It's a good start by
Yeah,
Sakurai.
it's a good. Yeah, it's a good start. I should say, but it's just not. It's not there yet, but it's a good. It's a good start,
And
basically.
it's a damn sight better than forcing us to play on things like Temple.
Yeah. I mean, it's not. It's not the worst. Like they're getting better, I guess.
Yeah. But speaking of that though, if you're looking at the FD only stages, it seems like although there was a Final Destination version, all the stages had different sizes and potential.
Yeah. So it's not just it will be. You can have like a smaller FD or a massive FD. So
So it will
yeah,
be
like
more balanced than
yeah.
just anyone
It,
who plays both platforms is going to suck.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see. I still have no idea how the community is gonna come on a consensus to make a rule set. I don't know, because it's just weird. I wasn't there for when they were making the rule set. So how long did it take them to come to like
I,
terms?
I only started in 2010. By the time I joined the scene, we already had a solid rule set.
Yeah,
And of course, it's changed over time, but it was generally set in stone.
yeah. I am interested in seeing like this time I want to be there for the rule set making. Like, I
Yeah.
just want to be there and see because I never saw the rule one, so I'm interested in actually being there this time and hopefully contributing in whatever way I can. And
The Brawl one used to be weird for a long time. It's only recently started to get to normal,
yeah,
not silly levels, because we used to have Jungle Japes was legal.
yeah.
That's just
But the thing is, yeah, I don't think it will be this bad this time because I think the community, like, especially if it's similar to Brawl, they'll understand the physics of the game and like the competitive side, and they'll know what stages to ban like straight away. Like we'll know if stages are stupid, and it's just like because we know like we have a really good idea. Like we've been playing this game for what 12, 15 years or something like
something
that.
like that, yeah.
Like, so we have a good idea. We have a good idea, like, of what stages are like tournament-esque, and like what stages are just silly.
Yeah,
So
and the actual stages will get refined over time anyway. So,
yeah,
um, but yeah, so that'll be interesting to see. However, another thing that's kind of been a little bit controversial is the release dates. Now, I'm just happy that we're getting
yeah.
just happy
Uh,
we're getting in both in 2014, but the fact that we're getting the 3DS version this summer, and then we've got to wait about half a year for the Wii U version.
yeah,
What are your
I was a bit confused. I was a bit confused with that decision. I was like, why? Like, why are you releasing? Like, other than like, I guess it's easier to make the 3DS in mass production, but like, I don't know. Like, it just seemed a bit weird. Like, because I guess we can figure out stuff on the 3DS, but which will be interesting. And
yeah
then when it gets transferred to Wii, then we'll be able to, like, do the stuff that we already know from the 3DS version. But it's still a bit weird. Like, I didn't expect it to be like that. So I'm
yeah? I
interested.
mean, I don't either. I expect them to come out at the same time. And
Yeah,
this now means that I'm saving up for a big 3DS because I've got one of the original ones and I'm holding it like with three fingers because it's so
yeah.
small. It's not aching, so I need to get one of the big ones to play on. But it's going to be interesting learning how to play the characters for half a year on this tiny little
Yeah.
handheld thing.
I wonder if there'll ever any just be like 3DS tournaments, like literally just 3DS like Smash tournaments. That would be so weird. Even like no Wii's, no Wii U's allowed. Like actually just 3DS tournaments, and it'll
Well,
be weird.
it'd be easy to set up, that's for sure.
Yeah, it'll be way easier to set up. But like, would it be a thing where people where players can like the top? Imagine if there was like top 3DS players and top Wii U players, like, and like they couldn't transfer between both and stuff like.
I
It'll be
honestly,
weird.
yeah, I honestly think once the Wii U version comes out, that will obviously become the main competitive focus.
Yeah, I can see people on the way to tournaments like warming up on their 3DS and like getting there and then playing on the Wii U. Like I could see that happening.
Yeah, that'll probably happen at some point. But I mean, I'm just glad that we're going to get it this year. I can't wait.
Yeah, yeah, that's what it's. I didn't think it would be this year. Like it's definitely being called Smash 4, right?
Well, there isn't. It's just called Super Smash Bros. For 3DS and Super Smash Bros. For Wii U.
Right.
But basically, it's getting called Smash 4 for simplicity's sake.
Yeah, because I was a bit confused. I thought it was called Smash Direct for a second, like, but that was the name of the stream, right? That
Yeah,
wasn't
that's
the
the name
name
of
of
the
the
stream.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I thought that was the name Direct. Like,
so it's not quite got the same effect to it as Brawl does. I mean, no one cares about the name Melee. That sucks. But anyway, we may come back to this at a later date. However, I'd like now to talk about the tournaments that have happened. Last weekend we had three tournaments in the UK on the
on the
same day.
same day, yeah,
We had the Manchester Monthly, which was it had Project M Melee, but it was primarily a Project M tournament. The first
yeah,
of the cut of its kind, I believe, because the other because everything else has had like Melee as the main one
yeah,
most of the time. But this is the first Project M as the main game, and that was a good watch. However, we also had our Up B2 in the Midlands,
yeah,
which was reasonable enough to watch. Which was I think it was primarily Melee, and then we had your Smashfest turn tournament.
yeah. The funny thing about our Smash Fest, I think it was a little sneaky way to get a few coins for because really it was a Smash Fest. Everyone, it wasn't a tournament. It was a Smash Fest, and we just decided to turn it into a tournament because people wanted to get coins, which is kind of funny. But
Yeah,
we had enough people there to technically do a tournament, so we did do a tournament. But
I got a
it,
message 2 days before the Smashfest was due to happen saying, "I've got over 16 people here. Can we make it a tournament?"
yeah, like, but we did do the tour, like we did the tournament format. It was good. It was good. Like I was really surprised that LJ beat Joey on, like he beat him like he beat yeah LJ beat he was second. LJ was second.
Yeah, but he went Fox, didn't he?
Yeah, and he was super salty as well because when we were doing seedings, he was like 6th seed, and he was so upset. He was like, "Why am I 6th seed? Like I've placed above all of these people that are above me."
It makes sense. It makes sense. I mean, him and you were in winners finals of the Project M tournament.
Yeah, yeah. So when he was in the grand finals with me, like he was happy. He was happy because it's just like, yeah, like stop playing, because we keep. He's one of them guys, like he doesn't say much, so people forget about him, and then he gets placed bad at tournaments or seeded bad at tournaments
And
because,
it just wrecks.
yeah, yeah, and then he gets upset because he doesn't say much, like people just forget about him.
Yeah,
It's like
we're going to forget about you, are we? Because you missed.
it's like Alpha Dash. He was placed. He was placed seeded. Where is he seeded? Third, but then technically, the Lust and Swizzy have placed higher than him at every tournament.
Yeah.
At every So then it was just like everyone knows that Alpha Dash is technically better, but because the Lust and Swizzy placed above him at every tournament, he had to be placed like lower seed. So it just like it's how it had to go, innit? So
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I think from what I've seen, the Lust and Swizzy seem to do better than Alpha Dash, but I don't know.
yeah, they placed above him at every tournament, like literally every single tournament they placed above him.
Well, speaking of them two in particular, it's quite funny because they're almost identical with their tournament careers this year because they both play the same character, I believe, don't they, in Project M?
Yeah, they both play Ghana, and they both entered the exact same amount of tournaments, and in every tournament they placed the exact same.
So
So
they've got
they're the
the
exact
exact
same
same
on the
amount.
leaderboard.
Yeah, and I think they should have a grudge match.
Yeah, yeah. I told the Lust to do it, but then he got scared, and he
If
was like, "I'm not
a
doing
watch will allow it for the leaderboards, they can bet up to 50 coins in a money match. No, no
it."
money in a coin match. Throwing this
You
out there.
should. That'd be funny if you actually made that thing like like a coin match. If people like started money matching, like if you had to like bet your coins on some like, but it had to be genuine. Like you can't do it to abuse the system. Like
Yeah,
you had to do it to get beat someone and get somewhere on the list. It'd be
it's,
kind of funny.
it's only allowed to be someone who's right next to you on the board or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
I might actually make that a thing for this
Yeah,
one.
you should. You should. Not in a way to like. That's what I was saying. Like, just in a way where we know that it's people not trying to abuse it,
Yeah.
and it's actually just for pride and people, and just do it for like, I don't know, a certain percentage of your coins, like 10% of your coins or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, but when we get to the cases of like between you and fuzziness, that's like over 100 coins.
Yeah, but I don't think I would like money match Fuzzy just because it'd be boring. Like,
Yeah.
because it would just be like we'll both be in the same position anyway. I think it would be for people that are more like lower and salty and want to have a point to prove. But it would be
Yeah,
funny if you did it.
yeah, that's true. Now of course that was your tournament, and there was a specific highlight which I've literally just been watching.
Yeah,
There was a crew battle in which was it 33 stocks you took?
yeah. I took like 33 stock or something.
For those of you that don't know, that's 8.25 people's lives he took with just his one. Technically, that's ridiculous. And
Yeah, not yeah. It was
in
big.
that list, you four stocks to Jolteon, who's technically the number two in the country.
Yeah, he was so salty. Like, basically, I came on only as a troll. Like, I was just thinking that I wanted to troll Joey basically because he was tired. He was laying on the thingy and he didn't want to play yet. And then I came on second after Neptune's just lost one stock. He lost one stock and
Yeah.
no, he took one stock. He took one stock off of Peter and then
Inertia, wasn't it?
yeah, Nurture, yeah. And then I came on, took all his free stocks, and then I wanted to just. And then Jorian was super salty when he had to play. And then I played. I didn't actually think I'll four stock him. I thought, I'll take like. I'll probably lose like two stock, or get me down to three stock. Oh no, no, he'll take. Yeah, I thought he'd take like two or three stock off of me. And then I four stocked him, and he was so upset afterwards. You could tell he was salty. And then he went and sat down afterwards, and I was like, yeah, yeah. And then I just started running the train on like everybody and just like destroying them.
Did it
And
was it was absolutely systematic dismantling everything.
I was kind of upset because I knew I could have taken more because I had one more stock. I had one more stock, and I had to play Vincent. and then Vincent went Giga Bowser, and it's just like, and he spoiled it. He spoiled it, and then I was just like, no, like, like I could have taken more because I was still on my last stock. I was still on my last stock. I had um I had two more people to finish because by this time, yeah, like I forgot to say, like I took out the whole of their team, and then my team started playing against me, which I forgot to say, yeah, because there wasn't anyone left. There wasn't any. I took out their team, and then our team started playing against me, and then yeah, then he went Gigaballs and he ruined it. There was only like two more people I had to play, I think, and if I four stock Vincent, I would have taken like because the next person I had to play was Neptune's, and he I would have four stocked him definitely. So I would have taken like I could have possibly taken like 40 stocks or something like that, but Vincent ruined it with his Gigabalance.
Uh,
So
so, so you'd have taken far more stocks
yeah,
had you been given the chance.
I could have taken 40, honestly, like 40 stocks, which means that every one of my stocks would have equaled 10 stocks, basically. So it would have been kind of funny if I took 40.
That's crazy. Um, Over, to be quite honest, I actually spent almost all of my time on that day watching the Manchester live stream
Yeah.
because that was, in my opinion, that was the most competitive tournament of the day.
Yeah, it was. It was definitely the most competitive because at our tournament it was more friendly, and I guess at the Manchester you could say like the results are a bit more unexpected. Like you don't know what's gonna happen as much, but Anarchy pulled it through, which is pretty
Yeah,
good.
yeah. I'm gonna actually point towards like a rivalry which I think is gonna spark between X1 and Slurpee. Because let me tell you what happened. And
Slurpee played Zero Suit, right?
yes, he plays Zero.
Yeah, yeah,
However, X1 played Ivysaur, and they played each other in pools. I
yeah.
think it was winners finals they played
What in pools?
in pools. Yeah.
Why are they in each other's? Yeah, why are they, that makes no sense. Why are they in each other's pools? But yeah, carry on.
Anyway, Slappy won 2-0.
Yeah,
X1 did SD game 2, which probably cost him, but it was a reasonably solid 2-0 win.
yeah,
And
yeah,
they
yeah,
met each other again in losers semis,
yeah.
and X1 went Fox.
What a sellout! I never knew that. What a sellout!
Southampton sellout X1.
I'm sorry, X-Man, but you sold out. You did a fuzzy.
I mean, admittedly, game 1 he went Ivysaur and lost that, so he then went Fox.
Yeah.
But, but
Wait,
no,
did he win?
he won with Fox, yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. That matchup's actually atrocious. It's probably Zero Suit Samus's worst matchup because I play that character as well, and she can't deal with rushdown. Like it's probably her worst matchup. Like, but yeah, I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed of X1 that he did that.
So do you think selling out is going to become a bit of an issue? Because, of course, it was a thing in Brawl. Selling out to Meta Knight is a thing in Brawl. But,
No, it's not. It's not as much of an issue. Like the characters, it's a lot more balanced. They can handle the characters can handle it, but like
Zero
I
Suit.
don't know. I just if you I don't really see it as like someone like LJ. He plays Fox, but I don't really see it as selling out because he hasn't picked up another character. Like he doesn't play anyone else. If he was, he said if he was like if he played the game, he would play someone else. But like he doesn't. So, but someone like X1, he actually mains Ivysaur, and then as soon as he starts losing, he switches to Fox. And it's just like why, like why?
No, I wasn't happy with what I watched, particularly after I gave X1 Ivysaur tips after he lost to Slurpee in the pools. I mean, but I digress. I didn't actually get to watch much of the tournament in the Midlands, but I know Wills was at that and basically, well, did pretty well there.
Yeah. Jin plays first in melee.
Yes, that was a surprise.
Yeah, I swear, who was I was speaking to someone the other day, wasn't I? I said Jin was pretty good. Didn't I say that on the last
I
stream
think
with
you did.
Will?
I think you did.
Yeah, and then he won. Like I remember when I played him at Eden Times, I was just thinking, who's this random guy that's like kind of technical and kind of good. And yeah, I was just like, I wasn't too shocked when I heard he won. So and he hasn't even been playing for like a year. I swear, he's been playing like for like a few, probably like half a year or something like that. Like
There's a lot of new people coming along and just doing things.
But at the end, I still want to see how he handles like outside of his area, because the only top people that I saw were Hal and Will. So it's still good for him to pull out a win against them too. But I would like to see how he fares against the London people, like the
Yeah.
London and the other people, because that's where like the actual challenges will come on. But,
Speaking of coming to London, this weekend, in which will be when this airs, it will be the day after this thing airs, because this
mm,
will be coming out on the Friday. We have the Smash and Dash National Tournament, which is
mm.
actually at the heart of gaming, and that's looking to shape up to be not quite as big as Smash Ain't Dead. Smash Ain't Dead was incredibly huge,
Yeah.
but it's still looking to shape up to be a good tournament for all three games. And we've got the Project M side event happening there, which will be interesting. The Pro Am doubles.
Mm.
Should I assume you're entering that?
Yeah, wait, am I? Do you want a team again?
Well, see, the way I'm planning on setting it up is that people enter on their own, and then we'll pair like the best brawler with the worst melee player.
Just
The
don't team me with a Pikachu. What's it? How do you say his name again? Like,
two.
yeah, that guy that the kid that I don't, as long as I don't team with someone of his level, like I think I can win basically.
Yeah. All the teams are going to be as even as humanly possible. So you're going to be
Yeah,
teamed with the worst person who enters. So it's only £1 entry anyway, so you'll be fine.
yeah, but still, I don't want to lose. But it'll be fun. It'll be fun, I guess.
Well,
Like,
I'll just make sure I'm the worst person who enters.
if I team with you, we'll definitely win.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
100% we'll win. Like,
yeah. Maybe we'll do that for the next Cambridge one because I'm going to make it a regular fixture there as
yeah,
well. Anyway, but of course it's looking to be a big tournament, and of course it's actually a qualifier for Super Versus Battle, which is
yeah.
primarily a fighting game tournament for like the main FGC.
You see, I'm not too informed about this qualifier. What does the qualifier actually do? Like, does it earn us the points to do what? To get seeded at the event? Like what?
Okay, basically what it does is it essentially gives you free entry into the tournament, so you don't have to pay a venue fee or a tournament entry fee if you come in the top three of either Brawl, Melee, or Project M. All three of those games count. They're all going to be at Super Versus Battle.
Yeah, free
So
entry. Yeah.
because you're probably going to get top three for both Melee and Project M, you don't have to pay.
Definitely. There's no probably. There's definitely. I'm definitely getting top
Yeah,
three.
all of these people coming up, maybe we'll see some upsets. Maybe R23 or
Not me. Maybe with some other people. You're not seeing any upsets with me. Even R23 wasn't even an upset. It was an upset in the fact that I got sent to the loser bracket, but I still won the tournament anyway. So
yeah.
it's like I still brought it back. So
It was a hype moment. Though. In fact, it was hype enough to make me start playing Kirby. So
no, you did good though.
yeah, he did. But so it's going to be so basically up to 9 people who enter this tournament and place top three will
Yeah.
get free entry into Super Versus Battle, which is going to be hosted not at the Heart of Gaming, but at a large. I'm not actually sure what hall it is, but I know it's quite a large hall in a high class area.
Is it in that London Anime Con venue?
No, no, no. It's much. It's a big hall. I'm honestly, when I get details of it, I will put it up on the Smash UK group.
Yeah. Well,
But
I'm
but
getting free.
but
Is it free tournament entry or free venue free entry?
I
Or
think it's
both?
I think it's both of them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's legit.
And that would the Super versus Battle will be the last national before Heir to the Throne, which, to those of you who don't know, is where all of the coins culminate. The coins you've been earning over the whole year, they culminate into Heir to the Throne, which will be hosted by Cone. It'll be a
Um,
3-day tournament. It'll be good fun. So make sure that if you can't come to anything, make sure if that's the only thing you can come to, make sure Heir to the Throne is the one tournament of the year you go to
yeah,
because it's going to be.
I know it's gonna be massive, but I still don't even know what the coins for Heir to the Throne do. I'm just getting the coins. I'm just always trying to get the coins, but I have no idea what they're for. It's just getting them. What does it actually do when we get it for Heir to the
Well,
Throne?
top 12 people who get coins will instantly go straight through to a pro bracket,
Yeah,
whereas it's only 16 people. The next 4 spots in that 16-man bracket have to be earned through an amateur bracket, which will be played,
yeah.
and people who placed from like say 13th to 20th will be seeded in that bracket.
Mm.
and they basically have to work through this bracket, and the top four placing people in that bracket then go through to the pro bracket, which is where all the money is.
Okay.
And for those of you who don't know, after every tournament, we've been gathering 5% of the pot for every single tournament, and that's all going towards Heir to the Throne, making sure people who place in the top 12 don't have to pay for their travel.
Really?
Yes,
What? So I get to go out there for free? Yeah.
yes.
I never knew that.
I may have to make it clearer again on Smash UK after this tournament's done. But so basically, if you place in the top 12 for any of the games, we're going to at least reduce the cost of the travel. At
Yeah.
least,
All right. That's good. That's good.
if we
I
have
never
extra
knew.
over,
Is it
then
is it going into the pot or just travel?
it'll be travel first, pot second.
All right.
But the
No,
pot
that's cool.
keeps
Sure.
getting so. Now, as for that, as of course going back to Smash and Dash, which is the tournament this weekend. Is there? I mean, other than winning everything, is there any specific aims you've got?
No, like I just want to win. Like, as plain as it actually sounds, like I just want to win everything. Like I don't want to. I want to. I just want to beat everyone, just pretty much. I don't really want to lose anything. I don't want to get sent to the losers bracket. Preferably not lose any games. Like I really just want to win everything.
Right. See, at this point, it's probably good that I'm sort of like a lower mid-level Project M player because I can actually give a relatively normal goal. I mean, my main goal of the entitlement is to make sure everything runs on time because that's going
Yeah.
to be hard and it's going to be difficult because I've not got all that many people helping me run things. But it should work well. But my goal for actual gameplay is to get out of Portal Project M.
That would be actually really good if you do.
I
By the
think
way, is there melee doubles at this as well?
no, no. The
Alright.
only tools we've got is the Project M special event,
Alright. This
which
is
I won't actually be entering because I won't have time to, which is a shame. But
so it's just melee, PM, and PM doubles or pro am doubles. Yeah, but the pro am doubles is probably the most interesting thing because wait, is there? There's no brawl doubles, is there?
no, there's no Bulldogs.
Yeah, good, good, good. Because I was gonna say like then it's like melee play their game, and then brawl play their game, and then everyone unite basically in it.
Yeah,
So
basically. And of course, the main cause of the whole program is to just get the new players involved.
yeah, yeah, it's
Because
it's
when
it's the best way. Like it makes it the most fun. Like it's not imbalanced. Like it's the most fun way to play it. When we played it last time, it was probably the best PM doubles that I played because it wasn't. Everyone was wondering who was gonna win. There was no, this team's just gonna win. Like no one knows. No one actually
I mean,
knows who's gonna
yeah,
win.
no, I mean we were the favourites because you were on the team, but
Yeah, yeah, but like still, it wasn't free. Like if you remember, it wasn't free. Like if we had to actually, I think we probably even lost a few games. Like
yeah, the grand finals was 3-2.
yeah, so it wasn't free. Like we had to work for the win. Like it's super hard.
Yeah, it was very, very, very close, and probably one of my fondest Smash memories.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. So that's gonna happen again. So if we could, I kind of want a team. I kind of wanted the team review again just to get the win, so we can troll afterwards. Like and
I'll
tell
be
like.
entering. I won't be able to enter. I'm too busy.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Alright.
Now we're coming towards the end of the show, I'm afraid. So it's gonna be basically. I'd like to give quick shout outs once again to the people who are responsible for getting Professor Pro to SKTAR 3 for his now practically famous money match with
Yeah, it's getting pretty big. It's get every single time I go on Reddit, I always see someone like when there's a thread like with the crew battle, someone posted that on Reddit and people are just like Rolex better watch out, blah blah blah, like Rolex better. Everyone like loads of people are on my side. It's kind of like good to see. I enjoy seeing it because people know skill when they see it, and they know Rolex doesn't have it. So
Yeah,
I'm
they're
looking
seeing the
forward to
hype.
it.
We're seeing the hype forming before us. But big shout outs to, of course, Rain Esports for making this all possible in the first place. Shout outs to Keitaro for running SKTAR and donating money to Professor Pro.
Yeah.
To Clash Tournaments for helping get Prof over here, and to 812 Hertz Gaming for helping us get Prof over there as well. Right, that's all we have for today. So thank you for joining me for this talk, Prof.
Yeah.
And thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you all next week.
Alright. See ya.